Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Panya here, and today I'm going to talk about entanglement. That experience of getting tangled up and tripped up in our lives, in our heads, in our relationships with other people. We've probably all experienced this at some time or another. It's a pretty big one because generally what follows entanglement is a big old mess, right? It's probably a concept that you've heard. In fact, many spiritual traditions explore this concept, and today I want to give some context and application around how it shows up in our lives and how we can get ourselves disentangled. So how does it happen? Well, in my experience, it generally happens when we're upset about something or something's thrown us off kilter, off course. And our initial response can be making up a story. Someone's dropped the ball in our perception. We go into upset about this and we begin to concoct a story about why it's happened, right? Basically ascribing motive and intent to someone else's actions when we don't actually know their motive or intent yet. And once we've ascribed motive and intent, we begin to bake up expectations that are largely unreasonable. We get hung up in unreasonable expectation. This should happen, that should happen, this shouldn't happen, that shouldn't happen. And once a person starts shooting on themselves and others, they try to control outcomes for themselves and others. And once they're trying to control outcomes, they begin to rush. They're in a rush to get to those outcomes, to get to the end. They want everything all at once, all the time, my way, right away. And this creates an inordinate amount of stress because now they're all tangled up in an imaginary world where they're actually missing the information, the insights, the solutions, the resolution, the opportunities that are right there in front of them. And getting disentangled from the story, from the expectation, from trying to control outcome, and the rush is about learning to mind our own business. That's how we get back to center. What is my business here? Now everyone has a role to play. My business, my joy, comes in figuring out, am I in the right role? Am I playing the role I truly want to play? And how am I showing up to play it? Right? We've all been conditioned to large extent by our parents, our schools, institutions, government, society, to recognize an external locus of control, an external locus of power. And the process of self-actualization is the process of bringing that locus of power to an internal center.